What's up guys, Mickle here, and I wanted to bring you this quick update because last night we saw the SEC reject another grayscale spot ETF. This is pretty absurd because the SEC is running around saying that they're pushing ESG and climate disclosures because it's what the retail investor wants. Guys, we know that could not be farther from the truth. I don't think the SEC has gotten one email from a retail investor saying we want you to push more ESG disclosures. At the end of the day, the retail investor clearly wants two things. They want a spot Bitcoin ETF, and they want the SEC to stop running around and suing random crypto projects for no reason. Unfortunately, it looks like the SEC has no intention of stopping doing either of those things, and last night we just saw one more example of the SEC's absurd behavior in rejecting another spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, the real reason why this is so absurd is because the SEC allows a short Bitcoin futures ETF and just a normal futures ETF. These are both substantially worse products, but one of the craziest things is the SEC says they won't allow a spot ETF because of price manipulation. It's like the futures price is also going to be manipulated though, so how's that even an argument? The futures price is based on the spot price, but they won't allow a spot ETF. Overall, it's just really absurd, but the really good news that we did get is the fact that Grayscale is actually going to be taking out a lawsuit against the SEC, essentially saying that this behavior by the SEC is completely absurd. There's other countries approving a spot ETF, and it's really just putting the US further behind in this entire cryptocurrency thing. I think this is really good news because it's going to put a lot of pressure on the SEC, and you can already see a lot of mainstream media picking up on this, which is very good news. Gary Gensler is a politician, and he is not going to want to have the mainstream media coming after him, and every single time he gets interviewed, getting grilled on different BS lawsuits he's in that the retail investor does not like. So on the Grayscale side and the spot Bitcoin ETF side, I have no idea if this is a lawsuit they can really win. I haven't looked into it yet. I think it's very interesting, but at the end of the day, it's hard to really say because if the SEC has their reasons, they have their reasons. I mean, their reasons are absurd. I just don't know what a lawsuit does for that. I think it actually does a lot for the Ripple case though, and let me just quickly say why, and I'm going to do more information on this in my video later today. The SEC does not have that many lawyers. They don't have that big of a crypto team. Grayscale is a behemoth. Digital Currency Group is one of the bigger players in the crypto space, just like Ripple. The SEC is now engaged in two big dogs, and we know the SEC is getting ready to go after other exchanges. I don't think the SEC was necessarily fully prepared to take on Grayscale and Ripple at the same time, and that really makes me think the SEC is going to have to start making some tough decisions here. I have no idea which one they're going to want to pursue more, the Grayscale case or the Ripple case, but the fact of the matter is they did take on the Grayscale case. They knew if they rejected the Grayscale ETF, Grayscale was going to come after them. They did it anyway. Now Grayscale's after them. I cannot imagine the SEC actually willingly fighting both these battles at the same time for a very long period. It doesn't make any sense. They're going to destroy their lawyers. They're not going to be able to focus on anything else. They're going to have two huge cases going on at the same time. It makes a lot of sense for the SEC to cut some losses in the Ripple case, end this thing, and then focus on the Grayscale case. One of the craziest things for the SEC actually just not giving up, but just giving Ripple the settlement they want in the Ripple case is the fact that the SEC can likely get a lot of money out of it, and Ripple is willing to dish over a lot of stuff. All Ripple wants is the SEC to say XRP is not a security, and Gary Gensler is now going around saying he knows Bitcoin is not a security, and even that he thinks there are other cryptocurrencies that are also not securities. I don't think it's going to be too much of a stretch for Gary Gensler to say, you know what, XRP is also not a security. Based on everything we have seen in this lawsuit, we know that will probably end up being the case. We just need to hear the SEC say it in their own words. We need to see them give up on this case. The good news is I do think this new Grayscale lawsuit is going to put the SEC under a whole new level of pressure. This is going to look bad because they are very clearly doing everything they can to just screw over the retail investor at this point. Mainstream media will pick up on this, and I think it's going to be a really bad look for the SEC, who's already under a lot of political pressure. Anyway, though, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of this short content, this new content. I don't cut it up as much. Anyway, though, I hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you guys later, and for now, Mickle out.